everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daria, and today's practice is all about finding some sweet and spacious movements. So this is a little bit of a slower paced, more mellow type of practice, but should feel really nice and well-rounded and opening in your full body. So whenever you're ready, you will just need yourself a space to move and some blocks if you know that you like to practice with them. Let's get into it. We'll begin from a kneeling position. So find your way up onto the knees and settle your hips back onto your heels. Palms resting to the thighs, face down or face up, whatever's feeling the most natural for you. Get soft around your shoulders. Press slightly downward into the earth through your toenails and your shins. And begin to become aware of the central column of your spine. Feeling the line that radiates from the root point of where you sit, all the way up your back body, through the crown of your head, and stretching toward the sky. Begin to notice what is here for you in this moment. What does space and stillness allow to rise to the surface of your experience? Just consider this for a few moments. Bring awareness to your breathing. Consciously deepen and slow down the way that you're breathing, drawing the inhalation up the column of your spine, washing the exhalation back down that channel. Feeling the liberating current of energy lifting you skyward with the breath in. Feeling an anchoring and a grounding with every breath out. Begin to ask where you can create more sweetness and spaciousness in a conscious way within your physical body space. As we begin to move, continue to ask this question and see if you can bring sweetness and spaciousness not just to the physical body, but also to your breath and to your mental state and to your energetic state. Draw your palms into prayer at heart center. Take a full inhale breath and a full exhale breath. And blink your eyes open. Allow your hands to soften down and widen your knees a bit. So think like child's pose, legs, toes are touching. Interlace your fingers in front of your chest. With your next inhale breath, stick your butt back. Close in through the lines of your waist. Lift your heart up and press your palms skyward. Begin to draw your biceps back beside your ears and really feel the space in your front body. As you exhale, tuck your pelvis underneath of you. Hollow your core like you're being punched in the stomach. Press your palms forward and close in through your rib cage. Next breath in, hips back, lifting through the waistlines to draw the heart up and arms back. Exhale, round and curl, really spreading the breath into your back body space, opening into the shoulder blades. One more time, breathe in, hips back, heart up, eyes up. Breathe out, round and curl through your spine. Next inhalation, undo the interlace of the fingers, just float them up to the sky. And as you exhale, dive your hands forward to the top of your mat, settling into child's pose. Keep this child's pose a bit more active. So really keep your elbows lifted, turn your eyes forward, dig into the pads of your fingers and try to pull them back in space. Maintaining all of these actions, rock your rib cage laterally from left to right. One more breath here. On your next inhalation, press down, round your spine, and come forward into a rounded tabletop position. Shins go parallel behind you. Really suction your back body to your front body. And rock a little bit forward and back.
Next, inhale, tuck your toes, curl your sitting bones up to the sky, look forward with your heart, and lift your gaze up. As you exhale, hips slide back toward the heels. Keep reaching your heart in the direction of your thumbs. Feel the stretch into the soles of your feet. Inhale, round your spine, coming forward through hands and knees again. And exhale, just riding that breath back into your active child's pose, arching the back as you go. Inhale, round, come forward, make a big wave through the spine. And exhale, rock it back. One more like this. Breathe in, round. Breathe out, hips back, heart forward. Inhale, round through your spine, coming through hands and knees. As you exhale, slowly open all the way down onto your belly. Tops of the thighs land, then your pelvis, the belly, the chest, and the chin. Walk your fingertips forward and a bit wide on your mat. Dig all 10 toenails down in an even way. Breathe in, firm up through your thighs, and slowly peel your chest, and then your solar plexus, and then your belly away from the earth. Shoulder blades soften away from your ears, and biceps spin forward, high cobra. As you exhale, release back down onto your belly. Again, inhale. Hug some energy between your inner thighs as you slowly rise up. And as you exhale, soften back down. One more. Breathe in, rise. And breathe out, release. Palms by your ribs. Press through hands and knees. Tuck your toes and come into downward facing dog. Feel the spread of your hands, your fingers, the balls of your feet, and your toes. So you have the broadest surface area possible to anchor and press down into. Feeling into the central column of the spine again. Direct your breath there. Inhales, curling the tip of the tailbone up toward the sky. Exhale, see if you can float your heels down a little closer toward the earth maybe. If your body wants to wiggle a little bit, take some circles through the hips or massage into the opening of the back body in whatever way you like, go for it. And just stay one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel your feet there, slowly stepping into ragdoll. Toes behind your wrists. Bend your knees a lot until you can feel the belly rest onto your thighs. Waterfall your spine forward and down. And really feel as though the crown of your head is being pulled to the center of the earth. Notice the muscles that relax around the neck, even the jaw, even the scalp as you sink the head downward. And take a little sway side to side. With your next inhalation, dig into your toes, squeeze through your thighs, and find a halfway lift, radiating length through the sides of the spine, backward and forward. And as you exhale, bow in once again. Breathe in, the halfway lift, inflating from tailbone all the way forward through crown of head. Breathe out to fold. Last one like this. Breathe in, lengthen halfway. Breathe out, bow down. Next inhale breath. Bend your knees, sink your weight back into your heels, and then slowly begin to wave through your spine to come up into chair, sinking your pelvis back in space, soften the shoulders, and see if you can bring your thigh bones about parallel-ish to the ground. Just stay one more breath in. And breathe out, fold forward. Inhale, standing L. Fingertips dig down, right foot plants, left leg glides all the way up and back behind you. As you exhale, draw your left knee forward and see if you can bring it all the way to touch your nose, compressing your core space. Inhale, extend, left leg back, crown forward. Exhale, squish in, knee to nose. One more. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch out, left toes back, crown forward. This time, exhale, bend your right knee and slowly touch your left foot to the back of the mat. Land your back knee. Breathe in, pull your feet toward one another and float your fingertips up. As you breathe out, bring your fingers to interlace at the base of your spine. Take an inhalation. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto the back of your heart. See if you can lift the thumbs away from your sacrum and melt down and forward with your pelvis while maintaining a lift into your low belly. Take another breath in and another breath out. Release. Fingertips to the mat. Lift your back knee. Walk your left foot a bit forward, turn your toes out and sink your heel, finding pyramid. This is where blocks can be helpful sometimes under the fingertips. When you inhale, dig into your toes. Squeeze up through your leg lines. Energize back through your sitting bones and forward through the top of your skull. When you exhale, soften, calm your breath down the back line of your front leg. Stay another round. Inhale. Exhale. Dig your left fingertips down under your shoulder. Place your right palm to your sacrum. Take an inhale breath to grow long. As you exhale, begin to twist from your back of your left ribs toward the right. You can stay with the right palm where it is or begin to reach up through the edges of those fingertips. Little twisted pyramid pose. Feel the stretch into the lateral line of your leg. Breathing in. And breathe out. Right hand lands down. Now inhale. Halfway lift. Lift your back heel. Come high to the ball of that foot. Exhale. Press to the earth. Pick up your front foot. Step into downward facing dog. Inhale. Lift your heels. Round your spine. Come forward into high plank. Get really taut in your front body. Exhale, maintain that activation as you lower chaturanga, come down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, either with the thighs on the ground or hovering. And as you exhale, hips go all the way up and back into downward facing dog. With your next breath in, stretch your left leg high to find a three-legged down dog. As you exhale, drive your left knee to touch your left upper arm. And then kick left leg all the way through to the right side of the mat. Knife edge of your foot will come down. Begin to crawl your feet away from one another to bring your outer left hip to the earth. So we're in this little twisted position here. Come onto your fingertips. Take a breath in. Try to drag your hands back as you really reach your heart forward. When you exhale, bend your elbows and sink forward. Again, inhale, rise up, energize through your spine, get spacious, and exhale to fold forward. One more time, breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, get low, and this time stay down. You could come onto your forearms if you wish. And here, sometimes I like to rock my weight a little bit forward and backward. So it's kind of like a massage for the outer left hip region. And just see how much you can soften anything that doesn't need to be active here. Couple more breaths. Slowly start to find your way back up onto your palms. Align wrists under the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, press down, draw your outer left hip away from the earth, and then pivot your back heel down. So the right toes will point more toward the back of the mat. On your inhalation, open up into fallen triangle. Really root to the earth and bridge your pelvis up in space. You can follow your right fingertips with your eyes as you carry them forward over your head. Deep breath in here. Breathing out, pivot to face the top of the mat. Place your right palm down and hug your left knee to your chest. Softly step left foot forward to your left thumb. Sink your back knee. Take your right fingertips wide beside you. Inhale to cactus, up through your left elbow. And as you exhale, kick your right heel in, reach around and back and catch for the top of that foot in your hands. Really feel that your heel and your sitting bone are hugging toward one another. Imagine there's a shelf behind your heart that you can lean into to inflate it more skyward. Take a breath in and a breath out. Unwind, facing the top of the mat. Fingertips forward and wide. Breathe in, lift your back knee. Breathe out, step forward, fold forward. Feet can be parallel. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chest toward thighs, crown of head toward the earth. Again, breathe in, lengthen halfway. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, see how much you can articulate this wave through all the parts of your spine. Exhale, bow in. Breathe in, chair, sinking low into the knees. Create a little wave up through your spine and then settle down here. Energy into your core, breathing air into your heart space. Feel a little heat building in your legs. Let's stay. Another breath in. Another breath out, sinking in, maybe a touch lower. One more in-breath. Exhale, fold. Fingertips down. Inhale. Dig your left big toe down and glide your right leg back in space to find a standing L position. Hips are level. Exhale, right knee hugs forward to your nose. Touch, squeeze. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, squeeze in. Really compress your front body. Last one. Breathe in, lengthen out. And breathe out, squeeze it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step back, right toes touch down, and then the knee. As you inhale, feet draw toward one another and arms float up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Breathe in. You can have a little micro bend in your elbows. Try to draw them toward one another and inflate your heart like it's a balloon. Breathe out. Keep that lift and sink into your hips. Feel the front of your right hip opening. Inhale. Exhale. Release your grip. Fingertips to the mat. Lift your back knee. Angle those toes a little out and sink your heel, shortening the length of your stance slightly to arrive in pyramid. But then let yourself stay exploring the shape. So we never really arrive anywhere. We're just feeling into the sensations and how they're shifting, how we can sweeten them and become more spacious around everything we feel moment to moment. Your right fingertips beneath your shoulder to the mat or a block. Inhale, halfway lift and place your left hand to your sacrum. On your exhale, begin to turn right side of the rib cage toward the left, spiraling up through the spine, maybe reaching left fingertips skyward, and you can turn your eyes to follow them. Every breath in, grow through the lines of the shape. Every breath out, creating depth in some way. Breathe in. Breathe out. Land the palms to the mat. Frame your left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Back heel rises. Exhale, root down. Pick up front foot and hover it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, heels rise. Round through your spine. Come forward, high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. See how slow and controlled and steady you can be through this descent. Open up into up dog or cobra on the in-breath. And out breath, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Breathe in, right leg high, three-legged down dog. Breathe out, right knee to left tricep. Then kick your leg through to the left, knife edge of the foot lands. Crawl your feet away from one another. Soft place of the outer right hip to the earth. Come onto fingertips or stay on palms, whatever you like to do, but try to wrap your left thigh bone so it points straight down rather than opening up. Inhale and elongate your spine. And exhale, bend your elbows and sink in. Again, breathe in. Make a wave of length and space up through the spine. Breathe out, soften forward. Last one. Inhale, grow. And exhale, come down and stay low. Maybe onto forearms. If you want to slide all the way out onto the belly and the chest, feel free. Maybe playing with that rock of the weight forward and back. Shift around until you find a sensation here that's opening for you, that's interesting in your own body. Begin to rise back up. Palms underneath of shoulders, back toes are tucked. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, root down. Outer hip rises away from the earth. Pivot your left heel down. Turn those toes to the back of the mat. Bend your knee a little. And then really start to lift your hips away from the earth, opening up into fallen triangle position. Maybe starting to arch a little bit back, so it's more like a wild thing in the spine, gazing at the left fingers overhead. Inhale. Exhale, pivot to the top of the mat, left palm roots, hug your right knee tight to your chest, and then softly step to your thumb. Land your back knee, left fingertips go wide. Breathe into cactus, your right elbow. And breathe out, kick your back heel in and see if you can catch for your foot. If you are not quite making that connection, that's okay. You can still get the quad stretch without. Just draw the heel in as close as it will go. Explore. Where can you soften? Maybe around the jaw, through the teeth, the eyes. Notice sometimes when you are able to soften your gaze, that has a ripple effect through your muscles. Begin to release your back set of toes. Curl them under as you walk your fingertips forward. Breathe in, lift your back knee. Breathe out and step to a fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, just drape forward. Again, breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Crawl your feet more toward one another. And then as you inhale, lift your heels really high. As you exhale, bend your knees deeply and sink your pelvis all the way down to your heels. Crawl your fingertips forward, compress through your core, and spread the breath into your back space. Begin to lift your head. Root your heels and see if you can come down to a seated position using the hands or not. Stretch your right leg straight forward and draw the sole of your left foot to your inner right thigh, setting up for Janu Sirsasana. Flex and spread your right set of toes. Fingertips down, anchor to the earth through your sit bones and lift tall through your crown. As you exhale, begin to fold forward any amount. Prioritize length in your spine over depth into the pose. You could catch onto your shin, ankle, or foot and use that point of connection to create a tractioning effect. Feel that your left knee is surrendering to the force of gravity. Getting some breath into the outer left hip, down the back line of the right leg, and up and down the sides of your spine, the muscles that run alongside of it. Last breath here. And rise up. Walk your fingertips in and then place your left palm behind you with a little space between it and your pelvis. Take an inhalation, cinch through your waist, puff up through your heart. Exhale, roll forward so you're standing on your left shin and root your right big toe down. And then inhale, open up into stargazer. This can be more side bendy or more back bendy, however you want to feel the expression of it in your body today. One more breath in. And on the exhale breath, slowly release your pelvis all the way back down to the earth. And then extend your left leg forward beside your right one. We'll pause in Dandasana for a moment. Dig into your heels. Try to pull them back towards your sitting bones. Firm your thighs. Root the sit bones down and lift through your spine. Just see how much energy you can create in this seat here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring the sole of the right foot to your inner left thigh. Let that knee open up wide. Dig into the knife edge of your right foot here. And then inhale, sit evenly onto both sit bones. Exhale, keep your torso squarely forward over your left thigh as you begin to fold. We'll stay for about 3 to 5 breaths, depending on the rhythm or the pace of your own breathing. Prioritize length. Begin to rise. Walk your fingertips back in and place your right palm down behind you, fingertips point away from you. Inhale to scoop your shoulder blade onto the back of your heart. Exhale, press forward with your hips to lift them, standing on right shin and root your left big toe. Then taking your next inhale breath to really open things up here. Lean into the support of your back body and see if you can feel that you're just kind of floating or hovering in space. Breathe in. And exhale, breath. Slowly return your pelvis to the earth. Extend your right leg forward beside the left one. And once again, Dandasana. Spread your toes, flex them. Breathe in, energize through your spine. Stay as you breathe out. Now, imagine you're pressing your feet into a wall in front of you. Breathe in, reach your arms up, palms to the sky. Breathe out, keep that activation in your feet. Try to keep your heels down as we slowly round using the strength of your core, all the way down to lying on your back. 5, 4, flex your toes. 3, 2, and 1. And then open up into Shavasana right away, unless there's anything else you want to do before. You can spread your legs open a little wider, arms out beside you, palms are facing toward the sky. Allow your eyes to settle closed and get so soft, softening muscles, softening any resistance. Softening through and into and around any thoughts that arise, allowing them to remain fluid and free. And becoming as surrendered as possible. We'll take these next couple of minutes to simply sink into the earth. And begin to come back into your body, feeling what's here in stillness. Start to invite depth back into your breath. And very gently take some movements into fingers and toes. On an inhalation, stretch your arms back over your head and reach forward through the tips of your toes. On an exhale breath, roll to a side for fetal pose. Let this be like a really melted roll. And find your way up to a seat as you're ready. We'll close our practice in Sukhasana, anchoring into the sitting bones, softening into your seat, and spreading length and a spacious energy up your spine. Eyes soft or closed.
Asking here what has shifted in your practice, what you've opened up into, and what you've uncovered. And just let whatever arises here be as it is. Draw your palms into prayer at heart center and hold with you whatever you learned or whatever you are learning within your practice as you move forward into the rest of your day. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh. Lift your heart and bow, chin to chest. Thank you so much for sharing your movement, your space, your practice with me as always. I hope you're feeling spacious and sweet. And if you have any thoughts or comments or questions, you can always leave them for me down below. If you're not a subscriber to my channel already, you can do that down below, and you can also join as a monthly donation member. All of this really helps to support me. Have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you soon in the next class. Bye.